Should we start or do you want me to wait more to more participants to join?
Sure, can we give another 2 more minutes because we are
Okay.
expecting more participants to join. So we
Okay.
can start in exactly sharp 2 minutes from now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we can get started.
Hello and welcome to this webinar brought to you by Digital Learning Platform. The topic of today's session is SAP Business Technology Platform. 3 steps to SLS program. Session 5, SAP BTP overview, building, integrating and managing extensions. It will be presented by Vinay. Before we get started, I need to remind everyone that the session will be recorded. Therefore, if you have any objections, please disconnect at this time. Please note that your lines have been muted. If you wish to communicate with the speaker or myself, please use the private chat or raise hand function. If you have any objections, you can disconnect this call. Now, I'll request Vinay to start over the session. Vinay, over to you.
Recording in progress.
Hi everyone. Thanks for joining the session today, and thanks to the organizers for organizing this session for SAP BTP overview. I'm Paresh. I've been working at SAP for 10 years now, and today we will talk about how SAP BTP and its capabilities can be leveraged to extend the CX solutions. I believe that all of you have been part of the Sales and Service Cloud sessions that have been held previously in this scenario. So today we will talk about how BTP is closely related to the Sales and Service Cloud and the other CX products that are available like CDC, Marketing Cloud and others, and how we can use the capabilities of SAP BTP, Business Technology Platform, to leverage and extend the existing functionalities of these CX products. So having said that, I'll move on to the next slide. So the agenda for today's session is to give a brief introduction about what is the need of SAP BTP and what it brings to the table. From the introduction, we will head on into the overview, and we will discuss how the CX applications can be extended with SAP BTP scenarios, and what are the various capabilities that SAP BTP has to offer in terms of services and applications built out of box, and well, how it can extend a developer's capabilities to enhance and extend the lifecycle of the CX applications. And we will conclude the session with discussing the architecture and the use case scenarios of SAP BTP, and with a quick demo of the system and how the look and feel is for the SAP BTP cockpit and the services. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into the introduction. So I want to start with why SAP BTP and what it brings to the table. So before getting into it, I would like to discuss about the various capability pillars that SAP BTP touches, which are namely application development, integration, DevOps, data management and analytics, and its embedded and extended artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities. So having said that, SAP BTP hosts a variety of services and applications which also includes the IDEs where the developers can access the readily available templates and packages to build applications. And this is where the first point which talks about boosting the developer efficiency and accelerating the custom applications to be built with SAP BTP comes in, and it greatly reduces the amount of time spent on building new applications in form of microservices, which can be integrated with the SAP CX solutions. SAP BTP can be explored as a free tier model, or it can be, or there can be subscriptions purchased. Having said that, you don't have to really pay anything for trying out the service and for trying out the capabilities that the BTP has to offer, and while building its integration, and how it seamlessly gets integrated with the native SAP CX applications. There is a recent program launched, a recent service launched by SAP, which is SAP Build, which gives an out-of-box uh, 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 services to build no-code, low-code applications where you just have to drag and drop components to create applications, just drag and drop components to build business processes, automate them using workflows, and just drag and drop to build the end user website for data and applications using the SAP work zone. We will touch base more into it as we dive deeper into the session. SAP BTP it's basically very close to SAP's uh, keeping the core clean commitment. I'm not sure if you people are aware, but having worked with SAP CRM native on premise and then coming to SAP Cloud for Customer, and now we are moving towards sales and service, we have seen a drastic improvement in the runtime of the applications where the core was completely exposed to the customers and the developers and the users, and we could do n number of things on the core, which made the system extremely slow. Then we moved on to Cloud for Customer, where we restricted some part of the core to be touched upon, and then still gave some part of the core to the customers and users and developers to work with, but still it affected the efficiency. But now with Sales and Service Cloud and SAP BTP working close by side together, we believe that keeping the core clean will boost the performances of applications greatly. In SAP BTP uh, is basically very complementary to multi-cloud strategy of SAP, where it interoperates with hyperscalers. And this is not basically a product that competes directly with hyperscalers, but in fact, it complements hyperscalers where the services can be hosted on other hyperscalers. In fact, a lot of SAP BTP services are hosted on on different hyperscalers, including the SAP Cloud Solutions, and a lot of CX solutions itself are hosted on different hyperscalers. Um, uh, wh- uh, the services that you as a developer build, those services itself are hosted on various other hyperscalers like Amazon AWS, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, and various other hyperscalers that are available. So this is an interoperable strategy with hyperscalers where SAP BTP complements other hyperscalers. So as I was saying, so the partner services and the CX solutions themselves They run on hyperscalers and these can be consumed into the SAP BTP pillars of data and analytics integration, app development and AI, where there are a multitude of services which can be consumed to perform those operations. And then these can be consumed in form of microservices into various SAP applications, including all the CX applications like Sales and Service Cloud V2. Um, this is what this is the kind of architecture that we will be looking into, and we will be talking in detail about this further into this session. So from here, I will hand over to Vinay to give a brief overview of how CX side-by-side extensions work with SAP BTP. Handing over to you, Vinay.
Thank you, Barish. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So I'm Vinay Kumawat. I'll be taking ahead with BTP related details of CX side-by-side extension. Okay, so we'll be covering the BTP, the SAP Discovery Center, all the capabilities of BTP like app development capabilities, integrations, and DevOps related automation, and AI and ML related capabilities. Okay, so first of all, it is SAP Discovery Center, right? So this is your one-stop shop for all BTP resources. And you can access mission catalog to find use cases and implement these use cases using SAP BTP capabilities. Okay, each mission provides step-by-step guidance on how to make that happen. And you can customize your project code to add or remove steps and create your own personalized solution diagram to match your end results. And if you need more help regarding the mission catalog, you can reach out to the mission experts for support. And if you are interested in a specific service of BTP, you can check out the service catalog. The service overview page contains all the technical information related to the enablement, content, missions, commercial details, planned innovations, as well as customer stories for more inspiration. So SAP Discovery Center is publicly available and open to everyone. Check it out and discover the B and T of SAP BTP. Next is the lead to cache process of CX and how BTP complements it. So basically all solutions from lead to cache are supported by BTP capabilities. BTP offers a unified services offering and operations where you can personalize the SAP applications, the all CX applications you can see here, and you can build faster the custom apps and integrations, and you can run processes and apps on trusted enterprise grade platform provided by BTP. The major capabilities of the platform are like app development, automation, integration capabilities, data and analytics like SAP Analytics Cloud, AI and ML capabilities. These are inbuilt as well as provided by SAP HANA. Okay. Now moving to next slide. This is SAP Business Technology Platform overview. So these are the capabilities of SAP BTP. So SAP BTP is a unified and open platform, right, that combines several capabilities of one business-centric public cloud platform. This includes app development with low code, no code, and pro code capabilities. No code, low code, that means SAP build, SAP process automation, build process automation and all. And pro code capabilities covers the business application studio where you can work upon the cloud application programming model or the RESTful ABAP programming model to develop the extension applications. Automation includes the intelligent robotic process automation, which is called IRPA, the workflows and process automation. In integration capabilities, there are two main products, SAP Event Mesh for handling the event related operations part of integration. And another one is SAP Integration Suite. And in data and analytics capabilities, you have database like SAP HANA, data management, data warehouse, and it's various tools like SAP Analytics Cloud. In AI and ML capabilities are with inbuilt AI capabilities in various solutions like Sales Cloud V2, and there are separate AI capabilities available on SAP HANA as well. And you can run the end-to-end cycle of development to deployment using ML ops from development to test to deploy and monitor your ML models. Next, we'll move into deep into the app development related part of it. So drilling a little bit deeper into the offerings in application development area of the SAP BTP. Let's start with the topic of building applications again. Okay. So for a professional developer, SAP BTP offers IDE supporting all modern aspects of coding-based development with Business Application Studio. So that is a great tool. It is a containerized tool. So it provides a cloud-based IDE. And on the other hand, BAS, the Business Application Studio, is also an environment to make use of the building related low-code tools that supports application frameworks like I've already told you, Cloud Application Programming Model CAP and ABAP RESTful Application Programming Model RAP. And BAS is to leverage development kits that will ease the task of classical developers during the creation of desktop, hybrid, even specific mobile applications that are highly integrated into the existing business application landscape. Apart from the pro code, SAP also is providing the low code capabilities in BTP, like a citizen developer will more likely use the integrated no code tools like SAP Build Apps to build apps and extension, leveraging the visual programming without any requirements to coding. So they can use the existing templates and industry best practices available in SAP Build Apps. On side of consumption, SAP BTP provides a seamless user experience for end users of business and custom developed applications. With mobile enabled, SAP Launchpad as a personalized central entry point to applications, task and process auto informations. With SAP Build Work Zone, it offers an additional solution that goes even with a step further to provide a complete integrated digital workspace for the organization employees. So it is a umbrella kind of thing, a site which provides a business site where you can host your business applications. The end user can access all the business applications from created from a site using build work zone. Okay, now let's move to the low code solution, which is SAP Build, which has three main solutions into it. First one is SAP Build, another one is SAP Build Process Automation for workflows and IRP, and third one is Build Work Zone. So SAP Build enables everyone, no matter what the skill, to create and augment enterprise applications, process automations, and business sites with the drag and drop simplicity. SAP Build Apps provides a visual development solution to create beautiful enterprise apps without writing code. And SAP Build Process Automation enables everyone, no matter what the skill again, to automate processes and tasks with drag and drop simplicity. Okay, while the Build Work Zone enables creation of personalized and engaging business sites visually. Okay, let's move to the specific solution of Build Apps where you can build low code, no code apps. So Build is a low code solution that help accelerate development and automation. Build Apps empowers everyone to develop a full stack application in a visual way without writing the code. Okay, so you can build user interfaces for web, mobile applications in a drag and drop fashions. And you can co-create these all applications with your team members and preview the changes in real time. Okay. It also provides a large library for customizable user interface components, logic flows, and formulas for data transformation. And you can also persist your data and run application logic, and you can create solutions to be used as a standalone application or together with your existing SAP data models using the built-in cloud functions capabilities. You can integrate these apps created in build apps to SAP and other systems. You can use the BTP authentication and destinations to connect to your app uh, with your no-code backend with a single click. You can integrate modern APIs in minutes or consume data from the cloud or SAP systems. This service is only available in Cloud Foundry environment. So we'll cover all the environments later. Okay. Now moving to next slide. SAP Business Application Studio. So that is a pro code IDE provided by SAP. It offers a modular development environment tailored for efficient development of business applications in pro code and low code development. Okay, so SAP BAS is based on open source software, that is Code OSS, which is also used for building the Visual Studio Code, that is a prominent ID available or uh, using developers are using that prominently. So it is similar kind of look and feel, and it is based on same software, open source software. So it is available as a cloud service. We can subscribe to it in the BTP. It provides a desktop-like experience similar to all the leading IDs. It also provides command line and optimized editors. And at the heart of these are build dev spaces. So you can create a dev space specific to Fiori. You can see it here as well on the screen. For like SAP Fiori, full stack application development for cloud application HANA. So these are dev spaces are comparable to isolated virtual machines or containerized development environments in a cloud. So that contains tailored tools, pre-installed runtimes as per business scenarios, such as I already showed you, Fiori, SAP S/4HANA extension, workflow, mobile, and many more. And using the PAS, this simplifies the life of a developer. It saves times in setting up your development environment, and it allows you to efficiently develop, test, build, run your solutions locally or in the cloud. Now let's move to the, we have talked about the application, how application can be developed using the build apps or the business application studio, but we need somewhere we can host these applications, these extensions or applications apart from the Sales Cloud V2 and other solutions, right? The custom developed applications. So there are three major environments SAP is providing, and there are many more. So, but basically there are three major. One is SAP BTP ABAP environment. It allows you to create extension for ABAP-based products like SAP S/4HANA Cloud, and it also helps you to develop new cloud applications. Okay, and it is available within Cloud Foundry environment. You can create a new space for ABAP development. That is what we refer to as ABAP environment. You can transform your existing ABAP-based custom code, or you can create extension to the cloud. This ABAP environment is based on the latest ABAP platform cloud release, and that is also used for SAP S/4HANA Cloud. So it leverages the innovation provided by SAP HANA. The software stack contains the standard technology components that are familiar from the standalone application server ABAP. The ABAP environment supports the ABAP RESTful application programming model, including SAP Fiori and core data services. this ABAP environment can be integrated with other SAP BTP services like SAP Destination Service, SAP Build Workshop, Standard Edition, and SAP Workflow Management, SAP Interactive Forms by Adobe. Next is the SAP BTP Cloud Foundry. So that is a what we say based on an open source project, Cloud Foundry, which is a SAP is also a active member of that. And the Cloud Foundry environment allows you to create a polyglot cloud. That is a Cloud Foundry related term, polyglot cloud applications in Cloud Foundry environment. And the environment or the development standard can be based on SAP Java. You can develop Node.js applications and deploy it Python on the stand provided by SAP build packs. And there are also some community build packs for Cloud Foundry, so like PHP, Ruby, Go. So if your developers is familiar with these as well, you can develop these applications on these specific frameworks and languages. Okay, it it contains the SAP Cloud Found Runtime Service, which is, as I already told you, open source platform, and it enables you to develop new business applications and business services supporting multiple runtimes, programming language, libraries, and services. Already given example of. Now moving to next runtime, Kima runtime, that is based on another open source project, Kubernetes, and SAP BTP is fully managed. SAP BTP Kima runtime is provides a fully managed Kubernetes runtime based on open source project Kima. Uh, it is a cloud native solution and that developers can use to extend SAP solutions with serverless functions and combine them with the microservices, specifically containerized microservices. With the Kima environment, you can create microservices in language of your choice because there are base images available for containerized apps. So these base images can handle or provide support for multiple programming environments prominent in development space, like Python and Flask, JavaScript, TypeScript, and Express, Node.js, and PHP, Laravel, and all these things. So it is a very flexible environment to develop apps with. And additionally, the serverless functions you can create in Node.js specifically for version 12 and 14 and Python as well for version 3.8. Okay, so these are three the runtimes where you can host your applications. But SAP also provides tools for developer efficiency and smooth execution of the project, like the custom apps and all. So for this, SAP provides service SAP continuous integration and delivery. So it lets you configure, run predefined continuous integration and delivery pipelines that automatically build, test, and deploy your code changes to speed up your development and delivery cycles. So this service runs in Cloud Foundry environment. And you can connect to the CI/CD service with your Git repository or any source code management system like GitLab, Bitbucket, GitHub, all. You can create and store credentials to connect CI/CD service with your private Git repository as well. Okay. You can run predefined CI/CD pipelines for cloud application programming model, SAP Fiori, SAP Cloud Integration, and container-based applications as well. You can also monitor your status of your CI/CD builds and view their detailed logs. Now, next, moving to the build process automation. So for the automation topic, the business technology platform offers SAP build process automation. It is a low code, no code based tool. It enables businesses and process experts beside the classical developers to create automated processes or process extensions as well as automation for manual tasks by leveraging the robotic process automation technologies in close collaboration with SAP Business Process Intelligence BPI portfolio with like SAP Signavio Process Insight or the customer insight from Qualtrics applications. It offers a possibility to directly take actions to possible findings from process or experience analysis. Okay. So SAP Build Process Automation is a citizen developer solution to adapt, improve, and innovate the business processes with no-code workflow management or IRPA capabilities. The build process automation enable business users and technologists in the organization or the business to become citizen developers. The solution offers key features, the following key features, like you can build or adapt processes with intuitive graphical user interface. You can create form-based workflows using drag and drop functionality. You can develop and manage decision logic in a tabular spreadsheet like decision tables. You can automate repetitive tasks with existing process flow using the IRPA or the robotic process automation. And you can create intelligent actions and recommendations using machine learning capabilities that is also built into it. And you can work efficiently from the unified launchpad and the task center. And also it provides functionality to hand over the projects which you have developed in the UI using drag and drop functionality uh, to professional developers who can embed these actions developed in this process automation in advanced workflows into projects initiated by citizen developers. So that is also a great possibility here. And you can also support real-time event-driven transparency into comprehensive processes with instances and process visibility dashboard. So it also provide monitoring uh, capability as well. Now moving to SAP IRP robotic process automation. So SAP IRP lets you create, automate, and uh, lets you create and automate enterprise business application processes. Okay, so you can design process automations within the cloud studio by creating end-to-end workflows. Okay, so you can generate packages from these automations, and uh, these packages are powered by cloud factory. Okay, that is another capability of SAP BTP specifically for IRPA. You can now after creating these packages, you can configure and execute these packages with agents. The agents uh, are running on end user workstations. Okay, so it can work as a digital assistant, that means attended automation, or as digital worker, that means unattended automation. Okay, and the intuitive low code and no code capabilities, this solution supports you in driving automations by tapping into expertise of your citizen developers. Okay, the service is available in Cloud Foundry environment, and there is a store specifically for IRPA where you can access the pre-built automations ready to use uh, inside your projects, and you can also get access to learning content or SDK packages related to IRPA. Now moving to next solution, that is SAP Build Workzone. So it provides access to relevant business application processes, information, and communication in a unified entry point. So these uh, sites built-in Build Workzone can be accessed from any device. You can create an outstanding user experience for business application users uh, that drives employee engagement, focus, and productivity. It is easy to use and administer, and it helps people to access the information what they need. Uh, okay, also provide, apart from harmonized access to business applications, it also provide access to third-party content. You can provide your end user, the business users, the third-party content as well. So the content type can be very diverse, such as task, workflows, web content, and that is seamlessly integrated into the workspace. The role, it is based on role-based navigation and convenient single sign-on like SSO. And it can be integrated with cloud, hybrid, and on-premise enterprise applications and services. And it also provides quick access via desktop, mobile devices, uh, regardless of where user is located, in whether in office or on the road. So build work zone is accessible via web browser, dedicated mobile app, and mobile devices with a responsive web UI. Okay, so that was all related to automation and development of the and dev- development of the applications. Now we need to integrate these applications with other third party and SAP apps as well. So for that, SAP BTP provides an integration suite. So it is a holistic enterprise grade integration platform to address company-wide integration challenges to all the processes like application to application, whether it is SAP or non-SAP, a B2B, B2G, and also API in event-based scenarios as well. Okay, so there are the main components of integration suite are cloud integration, integration advisor, trading partner management, open connectors, API management, and integration assessment. And there are some additional components as well, like data intelligence, cloud, and SAP event mesh. Okay, now moving to another tool provided by SAP. This is really helpful tool by SAP. So it was for this is Business Accelerator Hub. This was earlier known as SAP API Business Hub. It is a web application hosted by SAP. So if you work with various SAP products as well as third-party products, you can discover, explore, and test different types of content available on this Accelerator Hub to accelerate the integration and extension to help you in your digital transformation. So the main features are of this Accelerator Hub are you can discover content seamlessly to fit all your integration and extension needs. You can explore different products, categories, business processes, partners, featured APIs, and their integrations, and many more. You can discover integrations between SAP products as well as between SAP products and third-party products. So you can use the workspaces here in Accelerator Hub to start working on your content right away on this site as space. And you can test also your APIs both in Sandbox and configured systems on Accelerator Hub itself. Now moving deep into the integration suite, the SAP integration suite connects and provides context to processes and data while enabling the new content-rich applications that can be assembled faster with less dependence on IT. Okay, so it provides pre-built integration packs. So these are packs available for all major, almost all processes of SAP solutions, and that means the existing investment can be composed to deliver new outcomes with less involvement by integration experts. The features provided by the SAP integration suite is you can build integration scenario to discover, design, and operate scenarios for end-to-end processes with cloud integration. You can discover, design, govern APIs and consume APIs with API management. Okay, for non-SAP cloud application, you can connect your integration scenarios using the open connectors. Okay, and also using the integration advisor, you can design interfaces and mappings using crowdsourcing and machine learning. Okay. And you can also design and operate business to business scenarios with trading partner management. With integration assessment, you can design an document and govern your integration strategy. Okay, so it is powered by ISAM. Okay, and for migration assessments, you have a migration assessment tool where you can estimate the migration efforts for SAP process orchestration scenarios. So I think that's all from my end. Over to you, Paresh.
Thanks, Vinay. I'll quickly pull up my presentation. I'm sorry, it went back to the start. Okay, so post talking about the building of applications, automating the processes and deploying the applications in the user interfaces, I now quickly want to touch upon the data and analytics features of that SAP BTP offers. Uh, so as we can see that with data and analytics, there are three layers to the process. The database layer, that is where the data resides, the data management and warehousing layer, where the data is categorized and collated, and ready to be consumed into analytical services. And there is the analytical part where it is processed to extract value from it. So collectively, I can say that the data SAP BTP data and analytics is a journey of bringing the data to value. uh, some of the features which we will be touching upon in SAP Data and Analytics is this journey that we make that the data takes to be turned into value in forms of reports and analytics, which is ready to be consumed by the end user in the form of services and can be consumed in the projects that we are building. Um, Moving ahead, this is the screenshot from the SAP Discovery Center. We will go into when we are in the demo. We will touch base upon the Discovery Center, and these are basically the services that SAP BTP offers in the data and analytics, where you can see that there are options to use third-party hyperscaler options as databases, or there are native SAP HANA Cloud options to use as the database layer. There are services readily available to be consumed for analyzing and extracting the value out of data, like SAP Analytics Cloud. uh, I will quickly want to touch upon in brief about the features of SAP HANA Cloud, for example, which can be used as one database option. So the main motive of touching upon data is that when we expose our service as an API, our microservice as an API to the CX solution, there can be data incoming from various different applications and various different databases from across the cloud, from different hyperscalers or from different applications. So to make that data from different sources, turn it into value and bring it into one single report or bring it into one single graph on the UI, the data has to be clubbed into one data lake or one single database first from all the different pathways that are coming into the system. So SAP HANA Cloud and these kind of features in SAP BTP can provide that opportunity to bring the data together in the system, converge that data, collate that data into one single data lake, and then prepare it to be consumed into the SAP Analytics Cloud. So these are the same features of this service that are there on the screen right now. We can develop applications based on SAP HANA Cloud, wherein data from different pathways is coming into the system and being collated into different kinds of models. We can process multimodal data from different types of data types, different type of data methods. But the less frequently accessed data can be stored into in simplified data environments, which will in turn affect the cost and the entire journey of the data. Uh, there are advanced analytics that can be applied to the data. There come in standard out-of-the-box machine learning libraries that are available in SAP HANA Cloud, which can be accessed in the programs to use predictive analysis on the set of data that is being used. This data can be stored into data lakes. There are various other options to analyze different types and different volumes of data coming in from different systems. This data can then be fed into SAP Analytics Cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud is also an out-of-the-box feature it has been out-of-the-box feature for SAP Sales and Service Cloud. It is an out-of-the-box feature as customer insights in SAP Sales and Service Cloud V2, where it uses the embedded AI technologies for giving the customer relationship indexes, customer health indexes, signal indexes on the accounts, which can help the sales team to adjust the journey of the data of the customer accordingly. And when BTP exposes the SAP Analytics Cloud as a service from within the environment, we are not only, we don't remain dependent on the services that are only inside the SAP Sales and Service Cloud V2. This is now an independent service which can access data from the entire cloud, be it different hyperscalers or different third-party databases. Data can be brought in from any database and can be subscribed to the analytics service cloud services, and can be made into from data can enhance the journey of data to value and can be consumed on any UI, be it the Sales and Service Cloud or any other CX application or any other application hosted on any hyperscaler for that matter. So there are some smart capabilities where we can put what if scenarios for augmented analytics of the data, which are leveraged from the machine learning and embedded AI of the platform. We will touch base upon these AI and embedded AI and the other AI features of BTP going further. So when we talk about the SAP BTP artificial intelligence features of the platform, we have the AI embedded SAP applications, which like I spoke about the uh, SAP Analytics Cloud. There are a lot of embedded AI features within the solution. There are embedded AI features as form of machine learning capabilities in SAP HANA Cloud. There are AI embedded features in Sales and Service Cloud V2 in opportunities and lead management, which are services which can also be used from business technology platform. Then there are SAP AI business services, which are namely 5 business services, as we can see on the screen. So these are a set of out-of-the-box integratable, ready-to-use services, and some of these services have pre-trained model and also provide an opportunity to custom train the models based on the process requirement that these models are supposed to be used in. So like we have personalized recommendation where based on the browsing history or the item description, the user can get personalized recommendations based on the model. So there is also data attribute recommendation where the service can read data records and predict and classify them based on the model using the machine learning. There is document information extraction. So this is one of the most in-demand service where the document information, where information from the documents can be extracted, like for example, receipts, and based on the trained model, we can use the extracted information further So for example, there are receipts in a particular company and they want to extract the data from multiple thousands and lakhs of receipts in one go. So instead of spending 10 to 15 hours on this process, this can be done in 10 to 15 minutes by feeding it into this ready to use business service. There is business entity recognition where the where the user can train the model to extract the entities from unstructured text data using machine learning. There is document classification where the model can be trained to classify different kind of documents into user-defined categories by using machine learning. So all of these services, these are basically part of the SAP AI core. We will touch base upon it further down in the session. As I was speaking, SAP HANA Cloud has built-in embedded SAP AI machine learning libraries, which are predictive analysis library and APL, which can be used, which are ready to use within the development lifecycle. So SAP AI Launchpad is basically the UI of the SAP AI core that we will talk about in a minute. This Launchpad uh, is the ready-to-go solution to build, manage, and run the SAP core AI applications. These applications can be these can be run across multiple tenants, meaning that we can build industry-specific or process-generic reusable applications, and well, these can stay multi-tenant, and these can manage they we can manage various instances from SAP AI Launchpad. So this is the one-stop solution where we can integrate the AI capabilities of SAP BTP into open cloud infrastructure and into our applications within SAP BTP also. Also, the AI applications built on the Launchpad are these are auto-scalable, meaning uh, the increase or decrease in the number of instances of the run of an application. This can be automated within the AI Launchpad. There are features. There are within the code. There are parameters which we can set in there to auto scale the applications to one or multiple instances based on some condition, and these models can be auto trained with the SAP AI. We also have that feature that the training of the models can be uh, auto they can be auto trained based on the data that can be fed into it, so the data lines can be auto trained. Now, talking about SAP AI Core, that is the building block of SAP Launchpad and the backbone of the SAP Launchpad. So this is basically the runtime of the standard out-of-the-box AI business services that we just talked about. This also, along being hosting the five business services, alongside hosting the five business services, this also facilitates to provide the user to build, to model, and to deploy their own custom AI APIs also, depending upon the use case. So you can use SAP AI Core and SAP AI Launchpad to build your own custom AI applications specific to your own use cases. This runs on the Cloud Foundry environment basically, and uh, it is one single interface basically to host all the AI content out of BTP and consume it within BTP and outside of BTP also. So now, having said that, this is a generic overview that we have had of all the various capabilities that SAP BTP has to offer around its different arms. I will quickly want to touch base upon the architecture and the use case scenario of SAP BTP. So going into the architecture first, SAP. So when you subscribe to SAP BTP, you are basically subscribing to one contract with this product SAP BTP with SAP, and within this product you are entitled to some amount of services which are broken down into four phases, into four different categories where these services can be placed. So within the SAP BTP, the most global layer is the global account, where all of these services reside within the sub account, and these services are assigned to the various sub accounts as form of entitlements. So meaning that if we subscribe to the, for example, if we subscribe to the SAP Business Application Studio, so it will be a service which will be assigned to one sub account or multiple sub accounts within one global sub account. So it is when we talk about global accounts, it is, as I said, it is the realization of the contract that you made with SAP, and this is where all the services and directory distribution happens within the SAP BTP environment. A global account can have one or more directories, and a directory can have one or more sub accounts, and a sub account can have one or more entitlements assigned to it. So when we talk about the subscription quota that you get uh, upon subscribing to the SAP BTP, that is assigned to one global account. So the number of sub accounts that we create in that global account, that quota gets distributed into all of those sub accounts. So the directory, there is a purple checkbox across directory, which means that directories are optional, and these just give you a way of segregating data in a more visualizable way, in a more consumable way, but these are optional. You can create sub accounts directly from a global account, or you can leverage the directory and maintain various sub accounts within the directory. So these directories basically allow you to organize and manage your sub accounts based on the technical or business needs. These directories can be seven levels deep in hierarchy, and there can be various directories within a directory and various sub accounts within a directory as well. So the sub account is where all the good stuff happens, all the entitlements, all the subscriptions to the various services, Cloud Foundry, Kima, Business Application Studio, to various, to various AI services, and to various database and analytics services, all the arms that we spoke about in the session, all of these services get assigned to the sub account. We will go into the system and we will have a look how the sub account looks and where these services can be seen, and where we can go and assign or add more services, increase or decrease the quota depending upon our use. So if there are multiple sub accounts and the need for different sub account differs, then obviously we have a specific quota to distribute within a global account. We can change the need as per the sub account need. We can change the quota and distribute it within various sub accounts. Entitlements are, in other words, the services or the resources that are consumed within the sub account. Uh, so the amount of apps that are hosted on Cloud Foundry or Kima, or the amount of CI/CD integration spaces that are consumed, or the amount of dev spaces that are built in Business Application Studio, the amount of Business Application Studio services that are subscribed. So these are uh, some of the examples of the entitlements that can be assigned to the sub account. So this is one example model of a structure of a project that can be created on SAP BTP, wherein there are 5 sub accounts that have been created within one global account. 3 are dev accounts for 3 different projects, and there is one test sub account, and there is one prod sub account. So this is one good scenario if we talk about CI/CD. So there, for example, there are some developments in project A, which are dependent on some developments on project B, and there are some developments of project B that are dependent on some project developments of project C. The CI/CD pipelines can be accommodated in a way where the project C developments, which are the top of the hierarchy and which have the dependency on B, are sent first into the test account, and then the project B, and then the project A, and then these can be assembled, built on the test sub account, and be further sent to prod sub account. So this is one example. There are various other examples in which the global account and the directories and the sub accounts can be consolidated. But this is just one example, just to give a high level overview of how the sub accounts and global account can be structured for dev, test, and productive environment. So I quickly want to also touch base upon the commercial models that are available for accessing SAP BTP. So there is a pay as you go feature wherein you get you can start your SAP BTP journey with the free services, and as you start consuming or as you start adding on the services that are payable, there you can as there is consumption build up, there can be monthly charges that you can pay. There is a cloud platform enterprise agreement service wherein the cloud credits can be consumed based on the actual usage, again as just similar to pay as you go service, but these are the two services where you also get free tier access to free tier services of SAP BTP. And then there is a subscription model based on which there is a fixed charge annually that the customer pays annually, and there are no monthly costs, and there is no set of free services. There are fixed services and fixed rate that are tagged to your global account and can be distributed within the sub accounts. So these are the three ways of using the SAP BTP. We will also touch base upon, as we dive into the system, how to view them uh, in the SAP BTP page. So SAP BTP has a very versatile and very broad roadmap. So these services are extending all the time. The capabilities are extending all the time, and more services, more and more features are getting added with every quarter. They have a very broad roadmap which covers various different branches and various different scenarios and services of SAP BTP, from the database to the AI to the developing apps and hosting apps and cloud solutions. And there is yet a lot more to see. This is only some of the features that I could club in and put together, but they have a very broad roadmap. Uh, so we are also looking forward to a lot of services that are coming in from automation AI perspective and database and all the other good stuff that SAP BTP has to offer going further. So these are some uh, enablement programs and the partner link to the partner community. So once this deck is shared to you, you can probably go ahead and have a look um, in these portals. So I think that was a brief overview of the capabilities of SAP BTP which can be harnessed. Apart from these, there are plenty of other services available out of the box. I will quickly switch over to I would like to switch over to the SAP BTP homepage. So this is the cockpit where the SAP where you can either access the SAP BTP or create your enterprise account. I will just before I go into the trial account and show you the SAP BTP infrastructure, I will quickly like to go to the service catalog and the discovery center that we have been touching upon in the session. So this is the SAP Discovery Center where the missions and the services are hosted. If you go to the service catalog, this is where all the out-of-the-box services and all the features of SAP BTP are hosted, and you can have a quick overview of what the services, what each service has to offer. There are development IDEs which can be used as a service on the SAP BTP environment, like the Business Application Studio. There are integration runtimes which can be automated using cloud integration automation. There are AI features, and some are retiring. There are a lot of coming, which we are looking forward to. So this is the one-stop shop where you can see all the SAP BTP services available. These services can be consumed as entitlements within the sub-accounts. So if I try to go into the SAP BTP account, this is the view of the global account where I can create one or multiple sub-accounts or directories. So this is the view of the directories and sub-accounts.
Paresh, I think they're not able to see the screen. They're seeing the only the thank you page.
Oh, uh, just one second. Let me stop the sharing and reshare. Please let me know if this is visible now.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me go over again. So this is the cockpit landing page of SAP BTP. Uh, so I went into the Discovery Center from this link here. Uh, if I go here, this is the Discovery Center. This is where all the So it lands up at the Discovery Center homepage where there are missions which can be accessed, and there are services which can be accessed. Missions are basically to-do chapters which can be accessed to consume these services in Business Application Studio and other integrated development uh, platforms available on the SAP BTP as a service. And here we can see in this service there are all the different services that are listed. There are integration, there are IDEs for like Business Application Studio, integration scenarios like cloud integration automation. There are you can see these are the services, the AI services that we talked about in the session. Document information extraction, document classification, and integration suite, schema runtime. So these are all the services that can be tagged on to the SAP BTP sub-account. Um, one or more services can be consumed based upon the usage and the structure of the project. Now from the cockpit, if I go to the account, so this is where the account takes me to the global account. So this is the global account where I have the sub-account tagged in. So if you're logging in for the first time, it will auto create the sub accounts, and it will take a couple of minutes to assign the tenants and the tenants out of which the sub accounts will be hosted, and the services, the initial services that it enables on your account. So if you go into directory and sub accounts view, this is the directory and sub accounts view where it shows that it has 0 directories and 1 sub accounts, and then it points to the sub account. Now, if I go to the sub account here, this is where I can assign all the services on my SAP BTP tenant. If I go to the services, this is the service marketplace, and which I showed you from the SAP Discovery Center. The only difference from here is I can search a service and I can assign it to the sub account, right? So it gives me an option to create. So like this, if I look for Business Application Studio, you can see that I have already created one service application to my sub account, and I can go to the application from here, uh, which will open the SAP Business Application Studio ready for me to do the development. The SAP Business Application Studio comes with a lot of development templates which can be used within. There are various other features that can be seen, but I think we are already top of the hour. But yeah, you can, as I said, you can go to the from the sub account view. If I go to the trial period, trial accounts and free tier, it opens the help documentation where you can get more detail about how to create your own enterprise account on the SAP BTP and start using SAP BTP within the pay-as-you-go model or the credit-based model or the subscription model. I think that is where I'll take a stop today, and thank you all for joining. That is all from our side. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the
Thank
question and answer box.
Thank you, Paresh and Vinay. And we have loads of questions. I think pretty much 17 plus question, and we are already, top of the hour. We won't be able to take up all the questions, but we assure you that all the questions will be answered, and it will be added as part of the 3 steps to SLS program for today's date. So you can always come back to that particular discussion topic and refer to all the questions. And I would like to thank all of you. This is a great program, lot of enthusiasm and great participation from all of you as well. Thank you. And I want to thank all the presenters for this program. Thanks, Vinay and Paresh, and we'll conclude the session. And Amrisha, you can stop the recording and you can go ahead with your closing comment.
Recording stopped.
Dear panelists, thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Vinay and Paresh, I'll call you separately on Teams, okay?
Sure, Prasad.
After this call, yeah. We will wait for a couple of more minutes and then we'll log off. Okay, I'm logging off and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Amrisha, for hosting this.